Time now for our focus report, which today takes us to China. There, the internet is helping people out of poverty and fast. Well, the government is encouraging rural communities to try their hand at e-commerce. Thanks to a specialist platform, many former agricultural workers have become entrepreneurs.
For generations, people in this small village in the south of China made their living tending the land and farming ducks. But for the last 3 years, Jin Jun has specialised in e-commerce. Zhu Kai is a former agricultural worker turned business owner.
Here's our warehouse. There are bags, shirts and satchels.
Zhu Kai sells his goods on Taobao, China's #1 e-commerce site. With 800 million internet users, the country's home to plenty of potential customers. In his former life, Zhu Kai earned €80 a month. Today, he has an annual turnover of 2 million.
I started selling on the internet in 2015 and it changed everything. I was able to buy my own apartment and my own car.
Inspired by success stories like this, hundreds of other former agricultural workers have turned to e-commerce, taking advantage of the region's cheap labour and numerous factories. Jin Jun has become one of China's 2,000 so-called Taobao villages. Lu Zhenhong was one of the first to set up in online sales. Now he's in charge of a workforce of 50 people. He says he owes his success to the boss of Chinese internet giant Alibaba, which owns Taobao.
Here's a photo I took with Jack Ma. He's the CEO of Alibaba. People who work for him think he's a god.
The billionaire, feted by leaders around the world, built a business empire which has transformed rural China. With state support, Taobao villages have helped create an estimated 1 million jobs.
The government is helping rural people out of poverty. They offer free training in e-commerce, and they're lowering rents and interest on loans.
The aim, helping poorer communities cash in on China's burgeoning middle class, who are big spenders online. In this village in Hubei province, people have grown rich selling precious stones from the nearby mountains. This man earns €65,000 a year.
The internet has totally changed our lives, and it's so much better living here than before.
In just 5 years, the village has lifted itself out of poverty, and some of those who'd left to seek their fortune in the city have returned. People like Huan Jintao and his partner.
Here's my little workshop.
Carve the stones yourself, then sell them on the internet. It's a business model that doesn't need much investment, beyond a few tools and a computer.
I've seen a lot of young people from the village set up shop on Taobao to sell throughout China. It doesn't take much. You just need to post a few photos on the web.
For Beijing, Taobao villages are a godsend, as the government vows to improve the lot of the country's poor.